Nityanandam, welcome to the next episode of Exploring into Vedic Tradition. Today we have a special topic, Pratyaksha Murthy, installing and consecrating of the form of the Master who is walking with a form in this planet Earth. We have already seen why deities are installed in temples. Because for a common man, conceiving and connecting to a Godhead or a divine energy without a form is rather difficult. He has been used to living with the forms that he perceives with his senses. So if you ask him to go beyond the mind and perceive something which has no form, which is present everywhere, all these are the wordings given in the Vedas and Upanishads. But to an ordinary individual who is living in the world, it is something which will put him off. He will not be able to connect, and that will make him lose enthusiasm to even try to connect. So, Vedic seers and saints, thinking with a foresight, they have decided or they brought in the method of worship of a deity. A deity is both matter and spirit. To the initial level aspirant or a person who comes to visit a deity just to have something fulfilled in his life, some small wants like some small desire, some problem, some health benefit or financial benefit, something like that will push him from the world to go seek blessings from a divine energy. And when he enters into a temple, the deity will be seen by him initially as a form made of matter. But the more and more he starts worshipping, slowly and steadily, just by going around the temple or visiting the places and sitting in the area, the energy that is installed, consecrated in the deity, starts entering his inner space. And there are examples of people who have just been casual visitors in temple. Later on they become regular visitors, and over the period of a time they have become so matured enough to feel that the deity is a living form to them. So that is the maturity that is brought about by worship of a deity. This is the case with any temple deity, be it Ganesha, Subramanya, goddess Durga, Rama, Krishna, or any form you can think of. All these forms, when they are consecrated with due spiritual power, then they do help the devotees raise themselves from the lowest level of being a materialist to somebody who can turn inside and visualize that there is a form, there is an energy in that form that will help them tide over their immediate problems, and thereby they go inward, at least in that manner. So that is the main intention of installing deities. Actually, none of the Hindus or followers of Vedic tradition, they do not worship the idol of stone or metal. It is the divine energy that is installed in those idols that are being connected to. So idol is just a medium through which they connect to the divine energy. Now, when we see the form of a living master that has been consecrated, what is the energy? There are people who are exposed to living masters, and they can feel the upliftment in their inner space just by connecting to him through his glance, through his blessing, through his words, and just being in his presence. And it has benefited umpteen number of people. There are examples of, you can say, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Swami Vivekananda, Paramahamsa Yogananda, and many other, Swami Narayan. Many are the masters who have attracted devotees from gross worldly level to the highest level of becoming an enlightened mystic. So that is the power the living master has. And living master may be physically present in one particular place, though his presence can be felt by anybody anywhere in the world. Wherever he is situated, just the inner feeling of connection, he can connect to the presence. But having a murti that has been energized by the master has much more power than just the individual connecting to the master. The master himself comes to the place of that person who is connecting, helping him to spread that energy through the murti that is installed there by the energy of the master, so that it can reach out to the entire place where the devotee is situated. Because there are many people who may not be able to travel all the distance just to come to the physical presence of the master. So the master, out of his compassion, decides on reaching each and every one through his murti. There are various other ways in which the energy of the master can be felt. For example, you have padukas, and you have the items like Meru or the deity Ambal. All these are also installed as a temple in that place. That is necessary for people who may not know the inner significance of the living master. So anybody in general who has a wish to pray in a temple, for them all these are the Ambal and Meru are commonly found in every temple. So people who are exposed to that idea, they will definitely come to it. But a living master to whom people are exposed, they know the intense power of the master, and they would want to spread that energy throughout that place, make other people come to know that a living master is there and that energy is available right here in front of them. So for that sake, the master energizes his murti, and that is installed, because unlike any other deity which is energized by a master, the form of the master has in its biomemory so much of energy, and that biomemory itself is given a form and installed there. So the power of the Pratyaksha Murthy is almost million times stronger. That is the reason why enlightened masters install their murtis, because they need to reach different strata of people situated in different places, and that is a blessing all humanity is waiting for. In this period of strife and war, we need such strong energy to give the positive vibration throughout the world, and if we have to cover the world, we have to bring in the murti everywhere, so that everyone can connect and benefit by the power of that murti. It is like God knows how to transfer matter to energy. So the person who connects, even if he thinks it is a matter, progressively the master's energy will transform him and make him connect to the energy that is inside the matter. God is like an electrician. He can use the same power both for refrigeration and for heating. So he will boil the inner space and refrigerate all the negative qualities, thereby making the individual himself a murti in his own mold. That is the power of installing the Pratyaksha Murthy of the Master. So let us learn the inner truth and connect to the power of the enlightened Master's energy installed in the Murti, and let us install the Murti wherever there is immediate need, because everywhere people are waiting to have the energy, because they need it. They need it. The need of the time is very strong now. Nityanandam.